All right, we made some room on the hard drive. We were very close to running out of space, so I had to quickly uninstall some things before my game fully started up. DescentRP, here we go. Oi, 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 oi. Hey, Demon Spectre, how you doing, man? Welcome in. Good to see you again. Howdy, howdy, howdy. We're back for more roleplay. And John, he's at it again. He's back. First people. And we gotta dig up some cannibals first. Figure things out. That looks nice. I don't know why the plants are green during winter, though. There's a lot of plants here. It looks nice. Have you been playing Kingdom Come Deliverance? Hell yeah. Or you enjoy watching me play it. What do you mean? What do you mean? Tell me. It is a very good game. I want to play more of it right now, but I have to get serious again and get back to my regular scheduled broadcasts so I don't alienate my audience and hurt my chances of becoming a full-time content creator on YouTube. Yeah, the beginning of the game is really hardcore. You got to definitely get some training done. Talking to a master or something like that and learning some techniques is really important. Stuff like that. But then it gets easier, but then it gets harder again. We might stream some more Kingdom Come later tonight. Galen, welcome back in, man. It's good to see you. Oh, yeah. Is that Buster? I'm gonna listen on the radio, see what's going on.
You cling in the claw, in the most basic of human instinct.
Feel like an hour trying to sleep. Like trying to find a place to sleep, or like IRL that you're too excited to play your games and couldn't sleep. Deuce Quest. How many players does this server get? I was thinking about getting back into RP. This server maxes out for part of the day at 65 slots. Majority of the time, it's at least 45. During the night, on the most people are playing like East Coast, West Coast. Quite a few people are playing in Europe as well. But during the prime time, which is like 12 hours long, anywhere from 45 to 65 plus queue. During the opposite time period, it's like about 13 people playing on the different time zone. So that's about what we're doing for the server right now. It's pretty good. The RP's been good. There's a lot of what's it called? There's a lot of OGs to say from back in the day playing on the server. A lot of really good skilled role players. Well, and it's also good for a lot of new people too to kind of intermingle and mix and learn some good RP habits and get some really good immersive character building. I'd say. Hell yeah. Can I find a spot? Yeah, you could always, if the innkeeper doesn't hate you, you could always pay for hay to sleep in, Demon Inspector. But most places you're helping will give you a bed like the woman in the beginning, the old lady. She has a hay next to the door, like a little like made up bed that she gives you that you can sleep and save in on a regular basis. Yeah, Mitch have been RP forever. Hell yeah, I love Mitch. I love Roach. I haven't ran into Mitch at all of this character, but we're isolationists. And we're sticking to it. We're not going looking for, other popular streamers or role players just to get, story time of Mitch. I want to come across Mitch naturally. I haven't even heard of Mitch on the radio once either. Never did much DescentRP. DescentRP is definitely, it's good. It's different. I think it's good to experience lots of different kinds of RP. But all RP has different habits that are good and bad. Daisy has its set of problems. GTA has its set of problems. Red Dead definitely has its set of problems. What's it called? Valheim has its set of problems. All these RP servers have their different unique problems or similar problems in some ways. DescentRP is fun, but it's limited. I wish the zombies were better. Honestly, I think that would change the game around so much. But the interaction with people is really good. He was in his crew, sort of, back on GTA 5, Tony Moretti. I love Tony Moretti. I remember running into Tony Moretti on the Red Zone. Good times. I ran into Tony Moretti a little bit on Wild RP on Red Dead when I was playing Riker. No, not Riker. Sorry, Ryder Whitlock. He briefly talked to him, but Ryder was doing business with bigger guys. Something her bed is mad as fuck. Yeah, not her. She only gives you her main bed for like that quest while you're injured, but there's a bed by the door right when you enter on the left you can sleep in and use. She allows you to sleep and save in it. We need a Daisy 2 and a new engine for it. Yeah. We need to have a zombie population that of like Dying Light with a mix of runners and walkers and good zombie zombies that climb things well, have interaction, good rad dog physics, good physics in general, I didn't even notice stole a horse and pissed off everyone too. Yeah, that game is fun. It's easy to piss off everyone. DescentRP is a Discord. There should be a link in my main videos, and I think there might be a link in the stream as well. Deuce Quest. You can recover from a bad reputation pretty easily, so you don't have to restart Demon Inspector because it's a lot to go through again to restart. But it is really easy to like this early in the game to recover.
Rat.
It's John Wishire. To the tribe. New Hope. Anybody got a copy? Over. Mob bosses hired Private Eye as security for a strip club. I miss the old vanilla unicorn. Hell yeah. Jack Murphy, PI, in awkward positions working for the mob boss, but won't do legal stuff. It was fun. Nice. Oh, Galen, I'm streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. I multi-stream. Still free. Welcome back into chat, man. How you doing? YouTube's my main focus, Galen. I make YouTube videos. That's how I probably will one day end up being able to monetize my stuff. I don't think Twitch will make me able to survive off of yet, or ever, until I make it on YouTube first. I've been on Twitch for like a little over 10 years now, and I've never made a partner. And I've streamed as many hours as some big channels. It's crazy. But that's the way it bees. Atticus, Simon, Maestro, Dwight. Anybody got a copy? Over. On YouTube, I think we're at 7,300 subscribers. On Twitch, we're just like stuck at between 5,990 and 6,000. It's kind of, I haven't broken 6,100 in about 3 years. I've been kind of stuck hovering on Twitch. I don't put effort into Twitch anymore though. I don't really care about Twitch. I stream on it out of consistency because I still make a little bit of money. I am affiliated, but YouTube keeps changing its payouts for the better. Galen, I think you have misinformation there. I make so much more money on YouTube than I do Twitch. Twitch has absolutely ruined payout. I used to get 75% of my subscribed subs, my bits and stuff. Now it's 50-50. And I get shit for ad revenue. on YouTube, I can monetize through my partnerships. I get people can become a member through that. They can donate money through my YouTube channel. I get much better ad revenue on YouTube. I feel like my hard work actually pays off on YouTube. None of my videos, for the most part, ever get demonetized. I love YouTube way more. YouTube has been changing for the better. Honestly, since the creator updates, giving smaller creators more views and more eyes on the platform has gotten me way more views and way more subscribers in a long time. My channel's getting pushed now and it feels good. For a while there, YouTube was in a rut, but YouTube is a constantly changing machine. Sometimes some things suck, sometimes some things are better, but overall YouTube, can pay my bills. I found you through DescentRP. Just wanted to say that those videos are top notch. I wish I could do more of that right now, but I don't have a story going over there and I don't have it installed. And my RP, last time I tried to get there, I couldn't get the game to work. It was weird. I'm enjoying DayZ. It's kind of fun to come back to it. Thank you, Still Free. I appreciate it, man. I work hard. I like my stories I tell. I have fun with it. Must be the shadow bans then. A lot of channels I watch are being killed. Their own subs are not being shown in their new videos. I'm like, shadow bans is interesting to me. I'm not sure if it's real or not. I mean, of course, YouTube denies that they're doing that, but it could be something they're doing. It could be something they're not doing. I know. I think what it is. It's like a form of shadow ban maybe, but it's not actually shadow ban. Is that some content? I've heard about that too, but I've also heard YouTube describe it as a system glitch from updates that sometimes unsubscribe people. I've heard that too before. which is not a good issue to have. But I know one thing for sure is that some content is just not promoted on YouTube very well because they don't want it to be promoted. Which I guess if you're making that kind of content, it can feel like a shadow ban, because if you're making content they don't want people to really to focus on, I mean, it kind of sucks. It's controlling, and I'd rather them like not do that kind of stuff, especially if it's not actually against the rules. If it's against the rules and it's stated plainly, then yeah, I can see why that's not being promoted and those channels are being taken down. But like if it's just like a political thing, from one sway of the pendulum to the other sway, because you know sometimes other people are in power and then they get all the benefits of it, whatever. Yeah, I know gun content was being demonetized a lot, and that content wasn't being pushed, and I think it's still kind of happening, but I know it's gone through its throes and woes. I know even smithing channels, any weapon making channel has had a lot of problems. YouTube doesn't like to push it, and it's obvious. And so that content, like, you have to like change the way you frame it and change the way you advertise it. And it sucks because that's because some communities are hit negatively. I remember when YouTube changed its algorithm to favor smaller, like shorter videos. Animating artists got hit to the point where they just couldn't make money anymore, and they had to move to Twitch or other platforms, right? Yeah, but your subs did set up for that, and it's like, it's a rickety bridge that YouTube is definitely walking, and it is. If I was a part of their their board being like, hey, this is not a good idea, don't like, because all YouTube focuses on is the advertisers, right? If advertisers were being gun scared, then it's like, fuck you, advertisers, you know? People follow the money, and that's just the truth, and YouTube is definitely doing that. But it depends what kind of content you're making. For me, I'm doing really good. As good as I can get from my content. I'm in a niche, but I'm doing the niche well, I think. But I definitely wish I was farther along. I can see promoting new viewers, which is bad, but your subs? Yeah, it's like I said, it's a prickly road. It definitely sucks. I remember I watch a lot of gun channels. I remember like Matt talking about like his issues with it, and that like he still does his gun channel for fun, but it's pretty much demonetized. But his like off the ranch and other videos are doing really good. But yeah, it's definitely, YouTube is an ever-changing landscape where some people get screwed and some people get, it's like they get promoted and whatever because their content's just right. For the most part, on the basic level of things, outside of all the political stuff of YouTube, my question is, my perspective is that like YouTube also mostly focuses on what makes the money, unless it's unless advertisers are pulling out. I love Demo Ranch so much. But like if advertisers are pulling out for something, the YouTube will roach out on it and be like, oh, we're not gonna promote it as much because we don't want to lose advertiser money. But if you do the things they like, outside of that, like right now YouTube really likes lots of watch time, and YouTube really likes promoting their new systems. So if you use community tabs, shorts, and live stream, and do all those things, if you're doing every part of the YouTube, the systems they offer, YouTube likes, especially new systems, YouTube likes to promote those systems. They favor long view time and longer videos right now. And so honestly, if people rewatch my streams, as long as I don't get them demonetized for like music, so a lot of music will demonetize my videos, even if it's just in-game or short clip on live streams. But if my live stream gets fully monetized, I make more money in ad revenue on my live streams than I do my main videos, just because of how much longer they are. And the longer videos get the better ads for some reason. And so that's why I've been making a lot of my videos like an hour long, because more people watch it longer, they get pushed better in the algorithm. So it's definitely kind of like what happens. The secret, guys, if you guys want to have me on my YouTube channel, just leave my videos running 24/7. But yeah, YouTube is a changing landscape. Some people get fucked, some people get rewarded. It's just how it's always been. It's always going to be that. It's just knowing the song and dance of it and adapting with it is important. Like, I'm surprised, I know a lot more animators have come back, but some of the OG animators, I wish they would have come back to YouTube because the payout would be pretty good now. The fact that they could put a lot of hours in to make a high quality product and get paid pretty well for it. I know the first Apocalypse fucked that over, and I know a lot of like long form content users that made RP left during that time, like Mr. Moon, Jam Jar, a whole bunch of other people. I don't know how they will feel about if I play songs on stream on my tin whistle, which is definitely it's a mixed bag because you have issues where other people have a boss that try to music sucks on YouTube. It's a good and bad thing. It's something you have to fight for. And the good thing, if it's your own music, you can easily submit a hey, I made this song, here's the proof thing, but that gets tiresome, and there's a chance it could fail because either they use bots sometimes, or if you get a real person, they might not like see your position for some reason, even though you are playing it on your tin whistle and putting your own spin on it. It's a risky thing, but there's a few things where I have had friends make me music, and they gave me the rights to it, and I had to like dispute it, and I was scared disputing it, but I won in the end, so it wasn't as bad. But one thing YouTube does really nicely, this is what's really cool about YouTube recently, and I've only recently kind of dived more into this, since music is so popular on YouTube now. In the creator section, I can license out music through YouTube for all kinds of musicians and bands to use a song in my video and get full ad revenue because I paid $5 for the song in the video. So down the road, when I'm making at least a couple $100 a video, that's an easy little fee to pay and not feel bad about it and use much better music in my videos. Yeah, it's a risk. So it's not always the algorithm YouTube will flag it. Sometimes an outside company will flag it, be like, hey, you're using our music, even though they do not own the rights to it. And so you have to dispute it, and that's always been a hard thing. I've found a lot of music I can use that it doesn't happen to, but what you gotta worry about is scammers. They come along and they find the music you're using and they add it to their repertoire, quote unquote, and saying it's theirs, and that's like lying and cheating. And it tends to be people from different countries, so you can't even legally pursue them. But YouTube is working harder to find those people and get them out of the system and fix the kinks in that. But they haven't. Like, it's a slow process. They're working on it. They should focus on it, I think, faster and better, because there's plenty of people over the last 5 years who've been royally screwed by scammers pretending they own the royalties to music. It is annoying as fuck when they do that. So we're kind of like looking around the island, see if there's anything new. I haven't been on in yesterday's the first day I got on in 10 days, so we're running around the island checking things out. But it's good to chat and hear things. We catch up on chat because I'm reading 2 chats and they're both like moving fast, at least fast for me. It's the algorithm. People get recommended what they recently watched or what the current hype. That's why reaction videos and drama, low tier shit content is pushed forward. Yep. People love drama. PSR is dope. Check out Print, Shoot, Repeat when you get a chance. Is that like a YouTube channel? I will. I love. We should do a day where it's called Chill Sinnix, and we just learn about me, because I know that's an important thing to have of your communities. People knowing about what you like and the things you like. And when it comes to RP, I tend to play a character so much or so consistently that I don't get a chance to talk to you guys as much as I used to about who I am as a person, because I like sharing my opinions and shit. I'm not scared of it. And if people don't like my opinions and fuck off, I'm like, cool, I didn't really need them here anyways. So I don't mind sharing my stuff on that. Stuttering. The Garo Inawaza. I've gotten to the point with content sites that most creators opt for their own network sites as soon as they can fund it. Yeah, I kind of want to see about joining some of those down the road, just to kind of multitask, because it's really important to share your content where you can. I upload things to Facebook, I upload things to X now. Not as consistently as I should, but I have a Facebook page, I have an X page, I have a Discord. I should start streaming on Kick again. I haven't been streaming on Kick lately because for 2 months straight, I got 1 to no viewers. And I'd have to rally you guys to also have a window open on Kick to kind of get me seen a bit there. If you need any music, I got a bunch of beats or techno tracks you can use for free. I make for them for fun. Any more? But I will promote you still free for sure. I don't want to just take it and not promote you. So go on Discord, send me a bunch of links to your stuff, and link me what you want me to promote. And if the music fits, I'll play it, because I need all kinds of music. Because I play games that are medieval. I play games that are, horror based. I play games that are like current day, like Daisy, and there's all kinds of characters I can play, and there's all kinds of music that I would like to fit all kinds of characters and all that. I used to watch a YouTuber who got copyrighted complaint for Dead Silence. Someone said they own Dead Silence. Isn't that, what is that, like a song they made, or like a song that's just like open copyright? I know that happens a lot, especially on some of the really popular free use stuff. A scammer will come along from like China or another country where they're outside the jurisdiction of the government able to force upon them. So it comes down to YouTube taking action to deal with them and get them out of the system. And that takes forever, and lots of complaints and a lot of like big complaining on like Twitter/X to get YouTube's attention to be like, hey, this person is scamming this, Oh my god, I love these kind of topics, man. These are topics that I watch a lot about in my own time. No, actual science, just Mike didn't work for a video. Wow! Wow, that is ridiculous. That is bad. How long ago was that? I wonder if they fixed it by now. Because there's so many channels that probably have dead silence. I have moments of dead silence on my channel because I think I need to get a mixer. Thumbs told me that I need to get a mixer to fix the issue with my mic shutting off occasionally during RP sessions for like 2 seconds. There's whole crime rings. It's very hard to find these. I know a lot of these crime rings are like in smaller countries, and that just get together like in Indonesia, Southern Africa, Brazil, Philippines, parts of China. Everywhere there's like little rings that just use mass AI, that use mass scam centers. Gold farming is a big thing in a lot of MMOs, and they make a lot of money. And the thing is, it might be like cents to us, but to them it is big bucks. An American dollar is like worth a lot more to them than it is to us. So it's like, big payoff for them to do that. And I get where they're coming from, and they don't see it as a big issue. It's a first world problem annoyance for us, but like in certain positions, like in games, it's annoying and bots are annoying, and I like World of Warcraft can easily just get rid of those, but like scamming like YouTube channels who are working hard, that's where I lose my fucking shit and be like, these guys needed to be like willed out of the system as fast as possible and make it so they can't make money on it, so they just leave. But scammers gonna scam when a scammer can scam. That's one thing that's for sure. India is a big one. Hi, by the way. Hey, friend of the planet, how you doing, man? Welcome in. Guilty pleasure, but I watch the AI anime recaps. AI is interesting because sometimes I find AI amusing, but sometimes as soon as I see AI, my brain recognizes it and immediately doesn't give a shit about it and then moves on. I know, like, I heard Steam, I have to watch a video, but I heard Steam has a mass issue of a bunch of AI games being greenlit on Steam. So I want to see, like, how bad they are. Like, I feel like those games are going to be games at the bottom of the charts forever unless they're actually good. Because, like, good AI will come out one day where we're going to be like, oh, this is actually pretty good content, but we can't really tell the difference. It is coming. But right now, there's so much AI slop out there. So much filthy AI trash. Right now, the best way to use AI, in my opinion, is you can't use AI to do your entire homework project. You probably end up nonsensical trash. But using AI as a shortcut for some things is good. Like using AI maybe to organize things, using AI to help you develop, I don't know, like shadows or something, and trying to do it right. Using AI for some tools here and there to help you along the path. If you use AI for everything, then your stuff ends up looking like a garbled mess of trash. That's how I see it. But but AI will improve. AI will be to the point where it will be insanely good at one day. There's almost like $9,000 in Steam bundle skins still as well. I can see that too. And the tents are still here. I don't need to claim these. But these are still here. Dear Frank, we're worried about you. We're curious if you had to return home. Please stop to New Hope and see if you're okay. Well, Frank's dead. We know Frank's dead. But we haven't, no one's got into his supplies. We'll have to, they might make that a thing one day, but we gotta bring, what's her name out here? Aurora, to take a look at these things. Well, that's my look around on the island today. We're gonna head back. See if we can get some RP going. If it's a little slow again, we'll, if it's slow the rest of the night, I think we might switch to more Kingdom Come Deliverance because I really want to finish that game. I'm enjoying it, and then tomorrow, I think we'll take John out to the mainland, learn about what's going on out there, and push some RP with other people, and see if we can get more interest back to New Hope. I know some of us took a long break, and it's a little slow right now in the group, but I don't think anyone's actually really quit. I know like 1 or 2 people have died or have gone missing. Like, one person's died and one person's gone missing. So, and they were part of the lower village, not part of the main village. No, not yet, Galen. I haven't got to approach it today. No one's been around since I've gotten on. But I know sometimes when some of us takes a break and then other people get burnt out because now it's a little boring and they've kept playing and now they're gonna take a break. That's kind of how it goes. But I know a lot of people. Only like a day ago were just all in earlier in the day playing. I know Simon, I heard he's had some internet issues, I think, and some other people had some other issues like Dwight. You wouldn't think it, but PSN has a ton of AI games coming out in the releasing soon section. Oh my god. I know that'd be, if your channel was focused on content like that, that'd be kind of funny content to make for a bit. How many people does it say it's watching on YouTube? It says 0 right now on YouTube, it's weird. I don't think PlayStation would allow this. I think it might be a kink in their system, a loophole, and they might figure it out soon. But, you know, if someone hasn't abused the system of AI games yet, once the abuse is seen, then I think people will, like, figure out how to fix the situation. God, I hope AI is good enough as a tool in, like, 10 more years that I can make my zombie apocalypse RP dream or my medieval RP dream with the assistance of AI. But I don't want to use all AI for it. I want the human vision to be the main part of it. How you been, by the way, Dargaro? How you been, man? How's some of the DayZ mods going? The site says 7 watching here. It says 1 right here, but I think my internet may have had a hiccup. And now it says 4. Dude, I know, how many of you guys are playing Kingdom Come Deliverance right now? And that's the main reason you guys are not watching me play Kingdom Come Deliverance, because you don't want spoilers. I assume that's the reason, but I also know, like, those kind of games aren't my bread and butter on my channels, and that's not what people are expecting to watch. But we might go play that later. But we're gonna look for RP for another hour and a half, because I always try for at least 2 hours to find something. And if I'm really not getting anything, we'll switch games. Doing good, working hard on them. I got a good medieval set of assets being created. I have no interest in Kingdom Come Deliverance. That's fair. I understand. I was wondering. I should make a poll about it. I think that'll be easier to get the audience view on it. We'll do that later on YouTube. I'm a big nerd for medieval stuff. In fact, in real life, I spar and practice HEMA, which is a medieval martial arts for like all kinds of combat from the medieval ages. Everywhere from like sabers, long swords, short swords, axes, spears, halberds. No armor fighting, to shield and axe, to like full like harness fighting, which is like wearing all the armor and stuff like that. I'm almost finished with the first one. I can't believe I didn't play it for this long. It's amazing. Dude, yeah, I really enjoyed playing through it again, and I'm glad that I finished it, and I'm really happy that Tree Scroll donated the game to me. So I'm excited. You're going to love Kingdom Come 2 Deliverance. It is, number one, it was a gem. and had its own weird little small issues, but for what it was by a small company, they did an amazing job. And number two, just improves upon everything, and it's so good, you know. But when Renown comes out in June, I will be role playing on that as much as I can, which is a medieval game that's kind of like Rust but medieval. So you know Shadowversity? I know Shadowversity, but I don't watch his content anymore. I used to like watching his stuff, but I find him to be really dry in his videos, and so I have a hard time like watching through them because like they feel long and drawn out, and the long and drawn out part annoys the crap out of me because like it doesn't get to the point. Even though he's trying to make a theatrical joke and stuff, he just fails on delivery most of the time. I've watched a lot of his more popular videos that were cut and straight to the point and entertaining, but a lot of his recent stuff has not been able to keep my attention. But I do like watching a lot of other channels, like Cell Sword Arts. I can't remember the French guy's name. There's this French guy who's really good at arming swords and stuff like that. I like to watch him. Who else? I have a lot of people. I even have my own medieval channel called Sinnix, Cell Sword Sinnix. God, there's a whole bunch of people out there I like to watch. There's a bunch of like people who do forging of weapons. There's a bunch of people who do like breakdowns of all medieval combat. I like to watch the Burhurt stuff. I gotta get, when spring comes around, I have a webcam, or what's it called? I have a GoPro I can use to record a bunch of stuff, and I think I'll do some more videos on my second channel, and that'll fill in some of my time to upload more content like that. It's a lot easier to edit those videos too. They're very straightforward. But I'm really good at arming swords and shields and axes. That's like my bread and butter. I've been doing that for over 10 years. But I love longsword. I love learning a longsword. I love getting better at longsword. I don't think I'm a novice at longsword anymore. I definitely know a bunch of the moves and advanced stuff. But God, it is such a complicated weapon to master because there's so many moves you can do with a longsword and so many little techniques. Yeah. I don't hate Shadowversity. He just doesn't keep my attention anymore. I appreciate what he's doing, though. I think he's good for the community. I think he just needs to change the way he does his videos. I also like watch some of his shorts, and I'll still pick through his occasional video here and there. I realize that the items like pill bottles have invisible quantities, so I turn one of them into a skill book. Now I accidentally have a skill and crafting system alongside a new asset. Interesting. Running out of pages in your book, they get moldy. If you get a good Daisy Medievals thing going and you find someone to host an RP server, or I can convince somebody to run an RP server, I would love to do some medieval Daisy RP. The hardest part is getting the combat just right. I know the last server I played on for medieval RP, some armor essentially made you invincible, and they couldn't like balance it well enough. I'd say the best way to do it is crossbows have armor piercing, longbows with certain arrow types which should have armor piercing. Trying to put a reflect value into plate armor would be good because some crossbows and some arrows would have a chance to be deflected, but not always, because longbows of harming arrows, like big steelhead arrows, will probably penetrate most plate armor of that period. And the chainmail and the gambeson, I've seen it tested before. Definitely crossbows have the ability to really do it, but they also can be deflected by the round surfaces of like plate armor and but the thing about plate armor is meant to deflect sword blows and weapon blows. So what ends up happening with a lot of like early plate armor is when a crossbow bolt hits it, it's actually deflected into those weak positions because it will travel the smooth surface into your pit, into your neck, into your shoulder, into your groin. Because it might not go into your chest where it hit, but it will slide and deflect into those positions. Later armors made parts to help prevent that from happening, to deflect or catch it in a different way. But by the time they were making armor like that, that armor became obsolete because gunpowder became more popular, and they started using shot to deal with armor. Also, armor was becoming expensive, and the ability to, and armor would stop a lot of shot too, or deflect shot, but shot became so widely used and cannons became so widely used, they just put all their money into that and stopped putting all their money into armor. Even though a good gambeson with a properly made like flak vest style thing would have saved so many soldiers and lined combat. And I'm surprised people didn't give their like commanders like some form of like bullet resistant fucking armor in those time periods. They just took the shot and kept marching. But that was tradition. Tradition's ridiculous. But going back though, it's like definitely heavy weapons should have a value for like, because the way you fuck up a guy in heavy plate armor is concussive damage. You may not be able to get through the steel, but damn, you'll break their arms underneath it. You'll give them a concussion on their head with a heavy mace or a blunt weapon or an axe to the head. Swords can kill people in heavy armor, but it requires death strokes. It requires, knowing how to use a sword in a way to cause that blunt force damage. Long swords can do that. Long swords can, a skilled soldier can stab someone in the pits, someone in the joints of the armor. So if you get set up like hitboxes properly on plate, then someone can do full damage if they hit him in the pits, or something like that. It's a lot. It sounds very complicated, and I don't know how the coding would go into that, but making armor matter is important, but also finding ways to make armor not make you completely invincible. Because the other RPs I've ever played on made you almost invincible with really good armor. But the melee system is definitely something lackluster for DayZ, so it'd be interesting to see how you mod that into the game. Crossbow is fighting fun. It's been messing with them for a few days now. It can't be an arrow up your nose. Yeah. I mean, crossbows are a good weapon, and having plenty of them is like how you win wars. But having enough infantry of shields and stuff. Another important thing is finding a way to having, if you have a good shield that's not made of just wood, but like an actual like shield with metal on it, it needs to be a good active defense. So if somebody shot you with a crossbow in the shield and it's not wooden, the crossbow might stick in it. It might even stick in your arm, but that shield 9 times out of 10 is going to save your life from a crossbow. So you need to find a way where while you're fighting and dealing damage, that shield is a constant passive, blocking, protecting that area wherever it might be, Because some shields, depending on the shield type, you can equip it and still a longer sword with it, because there's a lot of different kinds of shields that allow you to, hold a weapon in that hand and allow you to move around with it, All right, I'm gonna nerd out, guys. I'm gonna get us to the base. I'm gonna nerd out to you guys for a second here. All right, we're gonna turn on my webcam and we're gonna nerd the fuck out. Since we're on the medieval topic, and I really would love to play another medieval RP server again. All right, I'll be right back. One second, guys. Staffs are badass, and staffs, a good bow staff with a metal knot on both ends will fuck up armor too. And I've fought against that shit. It's fucking annoying. Spears are probably spears and halberds are the most OG weapon, like the best weapons for combat, because you can reach is superior. Reach is how you win fights too, besides bows and crossbows. Alright guys, let's turn on the webcam. Alright. I'm actually gonna, just so if RP comes at me, I'm just gonna log out of the game really quick. Just to show you guys this stuff, because I don't want to like accidentally ignore RP. Alright guys. I'm gonna make this kind of full screen for a second. Alright, I'm a huge nerd and hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me stand back. So, I like to practice HEMA, and I like longsword. I like all the fighting stances. But, you know, if someone comes at you with armor, you're going to switch to this side of your weapon, because right here is a fucking club and mace, and you're just going to BAM! BAM! Into the head as much as you can. Or, if you're half fighting, because you can grab the blade, because most people, if you grab the blade without gloves, you're going to hold it in a way where you're trying not to cut yourself. But as long as you don't put too much pressure on the sharp blade, you're probably not going to cut yourself, but you're definitely holding it in a way where you're not gripping it like this, but you're gripping it like that because you're trying to do it, you know, try to put the blade in someone's pits. But if you're wearing like gloves, you can definitely grip the blade any way you want. And some blades, like great swords, this whole spot right here is all blunt. So you can just grab it. But you can go to someone's armor, you're going to have sword, and then you're going to be a lot easier about getting into the places. At the same time, their weapon is in a position that you're so close that you can just hit them with the face and really jostle them around with the weapon while half swording. Because this right here, the quillons, put it in the eyeballs. Great spot for that. Knock them up the head with the pommel. And if you want to be jokingly about it, you can end them rightly. End them rightly means you pull off the pommel and you throw it at them. But that's more of a joke than anything. But it was used as a concussive weapon to throw at people. But, you know, I love all the styles of sparring. But this right here, this right here is my friend Vox's sword. He's learning a long sword. But this right here is my arming sword, which I like to spar with. And I know a lot of sneaky shit. My favorite thing to do is like, I'll come like I get struck like this, but then I'll just do that instead. Hit him in the side of the face, because you get two sides of a blade. You got the false edge, you got your main edge, and so you can strike, come in for a hit, and strike again. I like to be a sneaky fucker when it comes to fighting. Let me go grab my shield. Oh, yeah. Oh, you. I still have to repair my gloves from my last fight, but we're not going to start fighting until spring comes around because it's snowing here. My last gloves got beat the fuck up. Alright, here's my well-used shield. You can tell I'm about in for a new one. But I like a lot of sneaky attacks. So I'll have like a stance like this where you think what's going to happen. But then I'll go over the head, come in like that. And what happens is I'll feign this strike. They'll prepare to block it. My shield's on their face. I'm on the other side. And that's when you do this back. You hit him on the side of the head. And you come in for a strike and then another strike like that. I've been doing fighting an arming sword for about 10 years. And I fucking love it. It's my favorite way to fight. I'm very sneaky with it. My shield in the way strikes like this. I love it. Yeah, I've checked out my other channel, Sellsword Sinnix. I have a lot of duels on there, fighting. I'm the guy who's much taller than everybody else. I'm 6'2", and all my friends are like the 5-foot range. Reach is very superior in fighting, so the farther I can reach my weapon, the more likely I'm going to do more damage. But this shield has seen a lot of fights, and it is. I'll show you the other side. I'll show you the fractures on it. I'm in for a new shield. This shield only cost me about $130 off of Etsy from a blacksmith who put it together as one of the extra things he sells. But you can see around the edge a lot of fracturing. All the paint that's stuck onto the back. So we get hit on this side. It hits. The blows are so fierce on this side. The paint like flicks off. You can see all the stress fractures under the straight up lines. Get closer. See the lines that go vertical like this? Those are all stress fractures from all the damage this shield has received in punishment. A few spots are really deep, like right here. A few more hits here, it's coming off. But the good thing is, all this metal is reusable. This whole Bosch is removable. I can make a shield to replace it. I have another shield right here. I have to finish repairing it, but I got like a regular size heater. This one, I'm gonna have to adjust it, but basically this corner is for protecting my head, and I can fight around the corner. It's a lot lighter. It's attached to my arm. I want to get a sling, because right now I got a handle right here. I want to get a sling so that I can two-hand a sword too, as if I wanted to. And having a sling shield is really, really effective in combat. I got some axes too. I have more weapons, but they're kind of put away. So a shield these bad boys. These are nice. This is a short weapon, and I'm an aggressive person that I like to get in their face. So if I have my shield, I'm right in your face, and it's bam, bam, bam. This weapon is so fast and so quick, and I can hook shit and track again. Yeah. This is one of my favorite weapons because how fast these are. This is made of polypropylene, and axes, no matter what they're made of or what they're shaped as, in training, these hurt so much. You feel them. You feel them. These are what done the most damage to my shield as well when my friends use them. These things fucking hurt. It's a lever. There's a lot of damage, a lot of blunt force. But yeah, a lot of my nastier hits on my friends are I'm up like this, hit them on the side, they feel it in their ribs. Even though they're wearing a gambeson, padding, and plate, they always feel this weapon on the head because it's so fast and it's so easy to use. Alrighty. Enough of that. But yeah, spring coming around, we're gonna do more videos, and I shaved my beard earlier this year, so I'm gonna get my beard nice and big again. Ready for combat. Alrighty, that was fun. Let's turn that off. Yeah, spinning very rarely works out. Okay, spinning you should leave to like 2 to 3 situations. If you're really close to your opponent and you have a shield, spin off their sword side and get behind them. But you want to be right up against them when you spin, because you almost never want to show your back to your opponent. Okay, so still free. Majority of the time, mixes are effective against good armor, but the issue is how short and unwieldy they can be. They tend to be not an optimal weapon for fighting, but if it's like a halberd with a heavy head, you're better off using a weapon that's longer than a short mace, because maces, as effective they can be when you land a hit, a skilled fighter will fuck up a mace user most of the time because maces are heavy, they're tiring, and they're slow. Oh, you're showboating, yeah. Another time, if you do want to spin, if you're fighting multiple opponents, having a it's longer than a long sword. It's not quite a great sword, but great swords also work with it too, because great swords are an actual kind of like Zweihanders or a real sword. They're actually not as heavy as you think they are. A lot of like Dark Souls make Zweihanders seem like they're really heavy. They're actually just like an 8-pound sword. But learning how to use that leverage is important, because then you can spin a little bit with those, because you're trying to do area of denial with a big weapon like that. You're fighting off multiple people. Spears will do a little spinning and twirling here and there, because you're trying to keep an area of denial around you while fighting. So when you're fighting with your friends and you're like a 3v3, you're kind of in the middle and you're kind of spreading out your opponent, making it hard for your opponent to come in and fight your friends in the duel as well, because you're denying them but while being offensive at the same time. You'll do a little bit of spinning here and there, showing your opponent your back, but that's a big gap to make for them to make a distance on to come at you. I'd say the bigger the weapon, the more likely you are to win a fight, because you have the reach. Reach is what wins fights, but A skilled fighter knows when to breach that gap, get between it, grab the weapon. Like, I'm a very aggressive fighter. I'll come in, I'll break that distance, I'll grab their weapon, and then I'll, like, pummel strike them, punch them off my quillons. But I can't wait to do some fighting. And since the fighting will be so close to home, because it's gonna be in my backyard, I'm gonna find a way to set up a webcam to live stream my fighting from my office to my backyard, because I have those extension cables for my webcams and stuff, and we'll like set up in a way we can see the fight really well, and then maybe find a way to do like a Wi-Fi connection to like a GoPro on my chest to see my, like, I'll set up the stream and have like different perspectives and stuff like that. I think I'll take a look at those photos, but since I'm like nerding out right here, I have another thing I want to show you guys. I'll take a look at those photos really quick. Ooh, is this something you were doing? Is this like, is this at those Fallout style like events? Ooh, I like the fire blowing. I have a friend who's fire blowing. One is, a little mace head. Dude, I used to make gear like that back when I first started when I was a teenager. Are you in these? All right, I got something to show you guys. That's kind of how I started. Photographer did a really good job getting the action. I may have missed some of the chatting here. Hell yeah, man. Is that in the States, or where is that? If it's West Coast and you do an event like that, I'll show up to entertain people. I've gone to birthday parties my friends are throwing while drinking, and I brought my friends to spar and entertain in a little like roped area we set up. You're the bow staff guy? Yeah, bow staffs are effective as fuck. They're a dangerous weapon. Hell yeah. Okay, I gotta show you guys something now. I'm going to be more active in this channel. I got 200 subscribers on it pretty fast, so I know this channel, if I put effort into it, I can grow it. Probably faster than my main channel because it's less of a niche. All right. Oh, this is a funny little video where my sword gets out of my hand. I'm the one with the red shield. My sound cut out there. One second, guys. It reset on me again. All right. All right. Oh. Show you guys some of the shorts. I mostly did shorts on this channel because that was easy to do. Did a one long video. This is when I got my GoPro. Testing it out, and you'll see here shortly that having the GoPro rig on my chest isn't the best spot when you have a shield and sword. A little bit about our group and stuff, and I wanted to share some things with you guys and do some more long form content, so let's get on into the video. And if you enjoy, please like, subscribe. My friend Wes is very fast, he's very good, but he's a good challenge to fight. I haven't had an opponent like him in a long time. He's been fighting for a long time too, but he also works out so much more than I do, and I'm kind of fat and lazy sometimes. So this spring, I'm gonna get in really good shape and get my cardio up at the gym and stuff so I can fight longer. I used to be able to fight for hours, but I got kind of lazy. Oh, right to my GoPro right there. That was right on my armor though. I do harness fighting, so I force my opponents to be more skilled in their shots. They have to hit me on my inner arm, in my pits, places where I don't have plates. I think I got my leg. All right, I need a second. That's my partner holding the camera. Oh, that's the one I drop it. I was a little winded during this fighting. I had just gotten over COVID, and so my lungs were totally fucked, and the cold air was not doing me any favors. Let's go to some of my older stuff when I was like in my prime. It was during summer. I was fighting almost every day because my roommate was fighting. And then I had gotten COVID, it sucked. But here's some of the good ones. Right in the dick. Oh, I'm an organ as well, Degaro. See how much faster I am there in this video? This is like when I was fighting like every day during the summer. It's kind of hard to see, but when he resets, I hit him right in the face or on the last part. Oh, love some longsword action. I'm the tall guy with the plate on my face. We're both hardest fighting, so we're waiting to count a hit that's not on armor. Or if it's a good enough hit on armor, if it's concussive enough, we'll count it. Oh, I spear broke during that. That was fun.
Ships on vigor of the waves so skimming, powering summits to the verdant plains. Each horizon is a new beginning. Rise, terrain. Far from the
Me and the boys got some new armor, some new gear. The Lord of Buggers! Our makeshift store.
I miss my cat. My cat got run over by a car. Poor boy. He was such a good kitty.
ships on vigor of the waves.
God, we were nerding out so good back then. That was good times. We were fighting so much that summer.
Each horizon is a new beginning. Rise.
We got Broski. Longsword. We got Brent.
All right,
We
that's
got
enough of
Brendan
this.
who practices Kali versus Juan who practices Heme.
Good fucking times. All right, let's get back in game. You're in Clackamas County? Yeah, dude, that gear was workout. You spin sabers too? Hell yeah. Good night, Galen. Thanks for watching, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. You're about 6 hours away from me, man. I go to Portland on occasion quite for like our children's child doctor. I also play Magic out there on occasion. Not all too often. We also have a lot of friends who live in Portland or around Portland. But yeah, dude, if you have gear for sparring and you want to get into some more stuff, I have tons of extra gear to lend out, and I have tons of extra weapons. If you want to get into some more fighting, let me know, and we'll hold some events during the summer. It's not letting me in now. Xime, how you doing, man? What's going on with New Hope? I haven't been able to catch any streams talking about it. It's good. It's been in a moment of peace. We got some cannibal business that might be popping up. I haven't been catching people online lately, so I'm hoping this weekend we'll get more people playing. People seem to be more active on the weekend anyways, so I'm hoping to catch some RP here shortly in the next hour. If we can't, we'll probably end up playing some more Kingdom Come Deliverance. How many of you guys have an interest in that, by the way? Hey, what's up, Rusty Bongs? Welcome in, man. Fuck, I fell off and hurt my foot. Sounds good, man. Yeah, we'll talk more about Discord. Hey, yeah. I'm gonna go down to the village to see if anyone in the village is actively around. Oh. Probably didn't take any damage. My shoes took damage. Like I was saying, oh, there's a fire down there. Tomorrow, who do we got down here? How's it going? Who we got down here?
Hi, it's Maestro and Danielle.
Hello.
Hey, Maestro, good to see you. And Danielle as well. Your boots might be in the fire from my perspective. A little toasty.
We're just trying to get them hooked onto the edge just so that they get warm fast.
Yep.
I probably might just
Have you
get...
seen a Dwight so far?
I haven't seen Dwight today. I've been around for a bit, but pretty quiet on the island. We have to. Maybe the three of us go down to the mainland and start investigating ourselves a bit, but we gotta be careful if that's a choice we make.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, I've got a few things I need to ditch in the trailer there, and then
Got a
grab
few
some
things
food,
to
and then I'll be
put in my
ready.
locker.
All right. I'll try to reach out to anyone. If we can get some help, yeah, it would be mighty good.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Dwight, you got a copy over. It's John. Clark, Simon, do you have a copy? Over. Maestro, do you know where they live? Where their home's at?
I know where the B&B is. Yeah, it's north of the capital there.
That's where we have to head to then. Start poking around, asking questions, investigating. Then if we get a hold of others, figure out about getting them out here to us. Let them know what's going on in person. Have them meet up with us. Do we have a spot to lock up boats on the mainland right now that's close by?
I don't know of any places.
Any of them.
Alright. Maybe, I don't want to exclude anyone. Island's kind of slow today. If we had a way to drop off the boat and leave it somewhere, we'll find a good place to hide it. Somewhere out of the way, maybe on some ice. Jump off the water. Get on the land right away, get a fire going. So we're not in the water longer than 30 seconds. And wedge the boat so we're hide it, take the spark plugs. Might be our best option. Or we all look together for a bit, and when one of us gets tired, to come back to the boat, get it back here.
Yeah, we can do that. Right, I'm just gonna ditch some stuff in the trailer and I'll be right back.
Alright, I'll be right here when you're ready.
Alright, I also gotta ditch some stuff there, so I'll be back.
Alright, sounds good. I play on Wild RP. I played on freestyle 90s RP on GTA. This summer I'm going to be playing on Renowned. I don't know about any RP servers just yet, but we'll be playing there at some point. I got a nacho flavored meat stick. I'm gonna see if it is as bad as my friends say it is, because they said it tastes like vomit. I think it's okay. Not the greatest thing I've ever had. A neat stick. That tastes like Taco Bell meat. Yeah, everyone said these sucked in my household, and I'm glad because there's a bunch of them now. And they're all for me. I'm gonna share them if they don't like them. Thing is, I'm not very picky either, so I like a lot of foods. Okay, sit down. These aren't the greatest. I think it tastes alright. What happened? Where am I? That was weird. That was very weird. I don't know what just happened, and I don't know how to RP that out. I think John's just gonna think he just imagined that. There was nothing significant that happened there. I don't exactly know what that's meant to portray or what that was. I also wonder if that was a glitch just now too, because it felt kind of glitchy. So I don't know what that meant exactly. So I don't know if I'm going to quite acknowledge that just yet in character, because I don't even have a note in my pocket if I was just drugged or something. Check for other items. So no, I wrote. I don't know what that was. I'd have to see it happen again. It could have been a glitch that was not intended, because I kind of looked like I teleported somewhere else for a second. I couldn't see anything either. So if the devs were trying to display something through character stuff just now, I don't know if I understood it at all. All right, you're all ready.
Yep.
I just need to get warm a little bit, and then we can go.
All right. I don't want to steer the boat if I don't have to, just so you know.
It's not far from the old bastion where we're going, if that's where we're headed to.
It's by there.
If you'd like me to drive. Yeah.
All right. You know the
Quite
way.
a way on the boat.
Hey, you should lead then. I thought it was somewhere else. At least the way you described it to me.
It's a little west of Bastion. So, if you know where the crater in the road is, where the road's been knocked out by like a mudslide, it's a little bit, just a tiny bit east of there.
Right then. I hope something comes of it. I hope it's all a big misunderstanding, but the evidence doesn't point towards that, and it's sad to hear. We gotta know what's going on, though. It's important. Can't leave anything unturned. For all we know, Asher could be in danger, already dead, or something entirely different. We'll figure it out.
I'm all
I
warm.
think I'm ready.
I'm
Yep.
ready to.
Hey, do you mind grabbing the door, please, John? I don't know the code to this one.
That should be the same as the other one, I think. I don't remember exactly, though. That door was made a while back. Oh, we're in for a long boat ride. I hope you all get comfy on the frigid sea.
Yep.
I heard Silas died, but I don't know if he quit the server.
If you two want to try and let the boat nod you off to sleep for a little while, I'll wake you up when we get there.
I try my best, but these conditions are shit to sleep in. And it's loud, on top of being cold and wet.
I mean, I could nod off right here, right now. You know, like that. Not that cold for me.
Daniel, I feel like you could fall asleep next to a damn generator and sleep peacefully.
I probably could, yeah. You're
During a blizzard, leaning against the wall outside.
right. Yeah, probably could. I'd probably wake up complaining, but it would be the best sleep of my life.
Probably because you were blacked out, drunk, cold, or something.
Probably.
We still got any of that whiskey left?
We've got a little bit.
A bit.
I think after this, I'm gonna need a drink.
Oh, definitely.
So I want to make it clear that when we go investigating, keep our true purpose on the island, figuring out what happened to Asher, play down low as we can, just scavenging or something. We don't want to alert them to our suspicions if we can. Play ignorant. All we know is Asher's missing, we're looking for him, and he's good friends of yours, and we hope he's okay. They spit a tale that he's been around, he's okay. We wait around for a couple days to see if we can see him. If they try to push us off and say, hey, may not, might be a while, we know that they're probably hiding something then if they're trying to find any reason for us not to figure out where Asher is if he'd be around again. Something's up. We gotta get to the bottom of it. It's the right thing to do. He was one of us in the village. I know what you mean, Zymore. He may have quit. I haven't DM'd him on Discord to see the reasons are. He could have even gotten bored of playing Silas and decided to switch to a completely new character. That happens too. That's kind of what happened with Dr. Frank. The guy was kind of bored of playing him and he wanted to play a completely different character, so he killed off Frank and switched to someone new. Guys, I need to restart the stream. I need to switch hard drives of the recording because my hard drive is almost full. So just... Yeah, I had to update it really quick. I was at 20 gigs left on that hard drive, and we have very limited hard drive space at the moment until I get that 20 terabyte hard drive, which is no longer on sale, so I'm sad. I might just get like a 15 terabyte one instead for the same price as it would have been for 20 terabytes. I put a ticket in for that thing that happened to me. So to ask staff, like, hey, was that a bug or was that like something happening in character? I just need to know if it happened in character so I can acknowledge it through RP. I need to find the piece for my mic stand because I'm tired of it drifting of the tape. Oh, sorry, we get to T-Pain. This episode story is sketchy, almost of something tell you people, folks quit when they died. Sometimes one of the island threats has been eliminated. Looking forward to the new one. Sorry, commercial was playing. Got last 10 seconds. What about Silas? I heard was dead via RP. I don't know if he perma to quit or perma to play a new character. Because some people get bored of characters sometimes. Or if he simply felt that was the right moment for it. Their RP voice sounds like someone in their 60s, 50s, 60s. I feel like maybe I sound like somebody maybe in the 40s, in my opinion. But, to each their own. I get it, though. It's deep in the way I enunciate things. And it depends on the voice. Sometimes I get it kind of wrong, too. I've been a little out of practice. You should be a voice actor if you aren't. I thought about trying to get into that stuff. I have friends who do voice acting for stuff. It's a really hard career to get into, and I've already spent too much time, I think, in pursuing this. That if I were to pursue that, it'd take time away from what I got going on YouTube. And the voice acting friend said it's a lot of work to even just get started. And I think I'll let that pick up later in my career. I appreciate you saying that. I think that was a good compliment, you know? It'd be cool if I tried pursuing that earlier, but I only got good at voice acting because of roleplay. And constantly practicing it and doing it, you know? And learning new voices for new characters. Because I always want to get into the fantasy of it, you know? No one's entered my ticket yet, but I really want to know, because, like, if that was a weird-ass glitch from earlier, I won't even put that in the video. All right, so it did happen. I asked them. I have one more question. Could you explain it like a DM way of what I just experienced and how I would have felt without giving anything away? So it's up to my interpretation. So I'm gonna the downside about that was I was eating when it happened, so I was reading chat, wasn't fully paying attention, and so it took me a moment to kind of figure out what was going on there. I'm gonna have to rewatch that in stream to get a vibe and idea of what just happened there. Maybe somewhere in the ice here, we can park it and walk across the ice onto land. Could be a good idea. What do you think?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a little nook we can tuck it into.
So that thing that happened earlier, I was like, maybe I get crossed right here. If you squeeze it in there, ain't nobody gonna see this unless they come in right this way. I'm gonna give a look ahead.
that's going to be the shortest span, isn't it?
It is a little risky. I think we swim across to that ice, hop on, cross it real fast, and get a fire started right away. We don't want to lose any fingers or toes if we don't have to. Right here is we can get back up too. God damn. Let's try to minimize how often we ever do that. If you guys are watching on Twitch, can you go back to that moment and clip it, Zymor, or anyone watching on Twitch? Or even on YouTube, you go back to that moment where that thing happened. Can you guys clip that and link it to me? Might be the fastest way for me to find it at the moment. Or give me a timestamp in the stream. $30 minutes on the dot. Thank you. Like it myself again, I forgot to bring food. God damn it.
Well, lucky I brought a lot of food.
Ah, you can lend me some. Promise I'll return in okay condition.
Yeah. Keep it. I have a lot of food with me.
I
Yes.
appreciate it, thanks. I need a little bit longer to dry off, and I'll be about ready.
Well, after that storm earlier on, it's a beautiful night.
Just like Mother Nature. Vicious one hand and its beauty in the other. All right, let's head out. Master, lead the way.
So there's a main strip that runs through the town up ahead, and the B&B itself is on a road that runs parallel with it, just on the second row of houses.
Maestro,
It's a wooden barn.
what's the word around this region right now, if you have anything you heard going on by radio?
The syndicate has collapsed in the capital there, completely disappeared, as far as I know. A new group has taken over there called the Revenant.
What a foreboding name.
Someone's just ridden past there on a bicycle.
As you were saying,
As far as I know, nobody's new set up in Bastion or Freehold. Nobody shouting about it, at least. This region's pretty quiet, to my knowledge, apart from whatever's going on here.
there's someone down by that dock.
I believe that dock belongs to them.
I see infected. That's what I'm seeing down there. Is that their Airbnb right there with the lights? Or is it farther?
No, they're further back.
All right. Careful now. There's a lot of infected in this area. Let's not be hasty. What's this place called?
Javai.
Javai.
It looks like Iban on the road signs there, but it's pronounced Javai.
Somebody's got to live around here if they got a candle lit.
The other end of this lane here is where the B&B is.
And get some rest there if anyone's about. A nice little place. I can see it with my own eyes.
It's a lot more built up than it was last time I was here.
Is it right here, or are we passing in?
On the right.
No, it's just here at the end of this road.
Oh, I see.
Just here on the right hand side. As far as I know, it's the building just there through the trees and the barn that's attached to it.
Let's talk quietly. Remember, just looking for Asher. He's been missing from home for a bit. We haven't heard from him. We're gonna play ignorance on the rumors. We ain't hear nothing, because we're remote. And, see how they act. I'll take lead on this. I'll do most of the talking, I guess, but feel free to pipe in if something matters.
John, I guess since you nickname when we're out and about.
You use nicknames.
Yeah, well, I do.
Yeah, Z. I just go by Maestro because everyone knows me on the mainland already.
I think it's a good idea if the likes of, what's his name out there? Looking for some of us. The pirate.
Yeah.
Just call me Temple or something. Castle.
Castle.
Oh, who?
That's good.
They'll know my voice here. And my face. Hello? Anyone home? I want to consider this, structurally sound right there. Oh. You guys walk away without saying nothing.
Tail. Thought you were right on the tail there.
Anybody home? We could use a fire to rest by. So you got a thing out here. There's a note. It's just a bed and breakfast, it says.
Doorbell here, I'll give it a ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems like nobody's home. All right, Z. Come on, guys. Let's go up in the hills and we'll talk. Man named Nigel's buried right here. You hear something, Z?
Oh no, that's. I thought you were wanted to go for a conversation, so I thought I'd give you a minute.
Oh, you come too. I think we're gonna have to spend some time in this region. Try and catch them if we can. Talk to them, any of us. Let's go find a place to call home and camp for now. Set up something real basic. Fire and maybe some shoddy shelters out of pine leaves and shit.
I've got a lock. I've got a lockpick. Well, so if we do find a little place, we can lock ourselves in.
All right. Let's go up the hill here. So we can find something up high. Check on them again in a bit. Look through the region to see if we can find anything. By the by, there was a grave there that said, "Here lies Nigel." Maestro, you know anything about Nigel?
I think Nigel was the fellow that was offering his services as like an escort around the capital. Like this was a good while ago, though.
Okay.
He was actually his notes outside the syndicate there were the first I heard of the New Hope. So.
I'll get a fire going somewhere out here soon and make camp and we'll talk plan of attack. Tactics. Try to radio back to New Hope and see if anyone's up and let them know where we are and see if they want to come and join us and take the boat back. I'm going to stay on the mainland for a bit, so if anyone wants to go home, we'll just go back and forth and communicate. Just until this is solved, I think that'd be the best call I can make right now. Let's make a fire up here on the ridge. We can overlook the area, and someone tries to approach us, we can see them coming, and we got these rocks right here to sit on. Something about just being out here, it just never feels right. I always get this feeling in the back of my spine, like eyes are always on us and things just don't add up.
The whole mainland does that to me. I always feel like I'm being watched when I'm around here. The only place I don't feel it is on the island.
On the island, I get the same feeling on occasion, just nowhere near as bad as I do out here.
It does feel like it's been too quiet for too long, though.
Calm before the storm, as one would say. I'm gonna try to reach out on the radio to our allies, see what's going on in the world out there. John Wishire to Dwight. Do you have a copy? Over. John to the tribe. Do you have a copy? Over. New Hope. Do you have a copy? Radio's quiet. That shot sounded far off, but close. Probably down in that town over there. Maybe on the outskirts. Someone's probably hunting. This region definitely has had their own problems. I see a few of those containers out there. Up here on the ridge, too. Do you think they drop them off by a chopper, a truck or something? Or do they got like 16 men carrying the damn thing? I wonder how they do it so quietly.
I reckon it's a flatbed, like an all-terrain flatbed. They just tip the thing off the back and drive off before we know. That's why they fire the flares to distract us.
Kind of like one of them trucks that picks up them trash cans from the dump. The big ones.
Yeah, like a big one of those with like all-terrain suspension on it, because I've seen those things up on the side of the mountain as well.
That'd make sense. Distract us, drop them off. You only need to do it once in a while. Do it when no one's home. I mean, they're always watching. They're always listening. And they're organized, that's for sure.
Yeah, they know when we're not looking.
No matter what, though, we're part of the game. They're going to test us one way or another. See what we're made of. You remember what I told you, right? There's something more coming. That's for sure.
Yeah, they're not done with us. Not yet. The Nelson Brave and whatever the whole thing with that was is... It can't have been the end game. There's got to be more going on here than we can see.
You know, I think it's starting to get to me a little. I've been having daydreams that... Stress dreams, I don't know, they don't make sense. I hope it doesn't cloud my judgment. I'm trying to keep my head clear the best I can, but... These ain't no simple times, that's for sure. And I consider... Before this to be a simpler time for sure. Different stress traded for another. But man, I wish I had the old stress.
Oh yeah.
That made
Well, I wouldn't
sense
give to pay some taxes.
I'm not even talking that far back. For myself, just being on the fleet I was a part of. Different life. Not as good as the old life. But I'd still trade for that in a heartbeat compared to this. Though, I wish I could build new hope without these problems. But it is what it is. John Wishart of New Hope. The tribe. Do you have a copy? Over. Please respond. Let's get a walk around the region here. Maybe find some mass graves or something. Check these hills, surrounding area. Maybe there might be a neighbor or two walking about. Get some ideas of the locals. I think maybe it's a little longer design, more if not the same. I know a lot of things aren't too changed from the vanilla game when it comes to a lot of these certain settings. I tried to RP in my head that it took a while to grow. Honestly, I think I should tell my group, O'Sealy in Discord, like, hey, grow plants like maybe once a week. Say that's your crops. Because that food can last us a week in game. I don't know. Try to play it out. Because it grows way too fast where it doesn't really make sense, right?
Got some barricades up ahead there.
I see that. Let's get our eyes on it. Maybe this is a group we haven't come across yet. Hello? Anyone home? Anybody at all? Maybe this place is long abandoned. That's not a good sign. I'll look for any notes, get an idea what's going on here. Dr. Rose's clinic. My lights are on, I'm on duty. Please shout so I can hear you. This is Dr. Rose's place. I guess some kind of clinic.
This is Rose's place?
Yeah.
Oh. This isn't Dwight's Rose. This is the different Rose. There's I think it was a fella called Dexter. Yeah, sorry. It was a fella called Dexter that I met on the road, and he was looking for his partner. And she was called Rose, and she was a proper doctor, not like the Rose that we know that was a paramedic. She was a proper doctor. This must be her place. So I wonder if Dexter found his partner.
Huh. You know how they're connected? What the relation is to the village down there, if any?
I don't know. I didn't know that Rose had been found at all. The last I heard, Dexter was still looking for her.
Okay. I was gonna move on, I guess. Well, around the town, down to the beach. Maestro, do you have a number of people you think might be living in this town? Any idea?
Town? Based on the people I've met previously, 3 in the B&B, at least 2 others.
I gotta consider...
Plus there's new residences that weren't here last time I visited as well.
We have to consider this. Some of them might be in on this scheme. If it is true, they are cannibals. There could be more of them. So you gotta be careful in this town what kind of information we divulge. Preferably none, if at all. Could be working together. That's probably how they kept fed, especially out here. Resources are slim. everyone is fighting for everything out here. I've even heard the game has become sparse on the main island. Alright, let's round around. Danielle, you hear any ongoings by any chance from any of our guests coming to New Hope I should be aware of?
Really talk about any of the stuff that's happening here in the main.
Alright. I was hoping just in case you might hear a rumor or whispers amongst travelers coming to New Hope. I know you talk to a lot of people, which is a good thing, 'cause sometimes you just might hear something. I think I see something. 1 second. I see an old post down here. Let's go. There's an old post down here with some rocks. Could be something. Hey, Guts. Thanks for the raid, man. I appreciate it. Welcome in. How's your RP going? What you got going on?
Like a memorial post or something?
Maybe. I wonder if something might be underneath it. I'll look around to see if I spot anything else like it. Guts again, thanks for the raid if you didn't hear me when you first got in. Welcome in, everybody. Is this the Guts that plays Asher, or is this the Guts that plays Guts? Let's check out the containers over here. Check out the containers to the left. Keep running around the town.
Plenty of movement down there, but it's all infected at the moment.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing as well. This town's crawling with the dead. Surprised anyone ever come through here because of that. Living day to day with them just wandering around the woods like this. Between towns. I don't understand it. Folks choose to settle the weirdest places.
Guess it's just because it's familiar. Anywhere that looks like a home.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I was about to say the same thing. Alright, let's stop by their door one more time and see if anyone's home again. You remember that note they left me? The one I told you about, Maestro?
The Watchers or these guys?
The Watchers. The note they left me saying how far would I go? They questioned that.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned, yeah.
What would you answer to that? How far would you go?
As far as it takes to stay alive.
I said to them when they approached me, I know what it takes to keep our people alive, and I know what I'd do and how far I would go for people I care about. Then again, their question can mean a lot of things. Especially if they're coming tests. Might mean one thing over another. And that's the hard part of these mysterious bastards. Hello? Anyone home? Infected. Anyone home? We've been traveling a long ways. Heard it's a good place to stop by. Rest and relaxation. I wanted the few out here, I suppose. Maestro, I think I'm gonna go make camp up in the woods and think on things for a while. I'll be up and early around tomorrow, making some runs, see what's going on. If you guys want to head back to the boat, don't mind leaving me behind. I'll check in on radio.
Okay, we do have a field transmitter as well, so we can reach you pretty much anywhere. We'll reach out and make sure we're staying on schedule for the radio calls.
That's good.
Need anything, just give us a call.
I will. Stay safe.
Do.
I'm gonna try to get on earlier tomorrow. I could be like, cause I think they might have later hours or earlier hours, and this could be really late for them. You know. And I really want to play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 for a little bit. So I think I'm going to switch to that. But I need to eat first too, so I might take a 10-minute break. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Tune in again in about 20 to 30 minutes. When you see me go live, I'll be playing some Kingdom Come Deliverance. And we'll get farther in the story, but I'm going to eat my dinner. I have a bit of a ritual. I like to watch YouTube videos. How do I like Kingdom Come? Fuck, man. I think 9, 10. It's a really good game, Zymor. I absolutely love it, and I'm enjoying it. It's one of the best games I've played in a while. I think it's quickly becoming one of my favorites. All right, I'll be back on in about 20, 30 minutes. Keep an eye out for when the video goes live. When I go live again on stream, I'm gonna get some food and some water, bathroom break,